Hello, everybody. AJ Games here, coming at you with another stream from the world. This is actually a survival world. This is not, well, oh, okay, we got that. Volume down. Um, yes, it is. It is a world that I've got just for this stream, and I am playing this all in survival. Yes, I put the difficulty onto peaceful because I prefer not to be getting beat up by zombies and blown up by creepers and having skeletons shoot arrows at me while I'm trying to build stuff. But it is a survival world. But anyway, today, well, I was trying to think. I've been trying to think for the last 3 days. What am I gonna stream today? And I came to the conclusion. One of the first things I was thinking is, well, why not customize the two things? The fishing hut over, it's well, the door over there, which is down at the bottom of the mob farm, and the cocoa bean farm that I built last week. So I figure, let's go to the cocoa bean farm real quick. Actually, no, since I've got this stuff on me, these axes on me right now, I was doing some cleaning. I'll show you guys a trick that wasn't taught to me. It was something I had to discover on my own. But this is what I've been using for jungle trees. Now, the oaks that spawn in the jungles with the jungle trees, um, there's not really one um, solid one way to deal with those. Let's just get this out of the way. I'm gonna need some of these. Do that. I'll build up, and then I'm either gonna use, I can use the logs, or I can just use my fist, get rid of leaves, and if I get rid of that log, that's what's keeping these leaves from decaying out, breaking down. So, and then I can take these out. I could just use my fist, but eh, why not use the axe? I've got axe on me. So, in a jungle, like what I'm working with here, and yes, I know I've got a bunch of stuff here with leaves that aren't breaking down. I'll worry about those at another time. Um, these, see, I've been working on this. These jungle trees. Now, the ones that are one log thick, go up to the top, find a vine. They've got built-in ladders. Find a vine that goes up to the top. You can actually look through the leaves. You can see the top one. You can use anything other than your axe. If you break this with your axe, it takes off durability. You can just break that. But then using your axe, just you can go straight down the trunk of the jungle tree, and then it's ready to start breaking down. And that's a jungle tree that's one thick. Now, these other ones, the big ones, well, there's another one if I can get out of here. Here's another one that's one thick. I go up to the top. The tip top of the leaves of that tree, right in the middle, right in the center, because jungle trees, their trunks come right down the center. And then just take that out. Another one here. Go up the vines. Oh, I got some more leaves here. I can go all the way up, and there's the trunk. Break those leaves, and then just go straight down. And the cool thing is when you break the trunk of the tree, any cocoa beans that are stuck to it will just pop off. Now, what if we have a tree that's got the two a too wide trunk. Well, find a vine, go up to the top. Very similar. Very similar. Go up to the top. Oh, we got more. Go up to the top. Now, you've got this wide area on top that's all flat. Well, select something that's not your axe. Now, sometimes you can see through. See how I can look through that and kind of see the log? I can do that. The other way, look for where the widest parts are and you can see those. Well, that's 2. That's 1. If I bring that 1 over, it's going to be either that block or that one. So, well, that one worked. Now, this other one, break that leaf, and that's the other on this side. Now, if I take my axe out, I can break those down. And right next to those, you should see other ones. Then, once you have those taken out, crouch, and you can just take out each level of the tree. If you're fast enough, you can get this done before stuff is despawning. Right now, I am not too worried about saplings despawning. I'll show you why in a second. Now, what I do when I come to these things that branch, the branches that branch out, I want to come 1 block lower than the bottom block. And then if I use my axe, I can take that out. Now, sometimes maybe I'll get one. Oh, that one looks good. When I see stuff sitting on a branch, sometimes I'll just go out and collect it. Come down. Come down. Oh, still haven't gotten below it. There we go. Take it out. Take it out. Now, it's always going to end, from what I've seen, it's always going to end with 1. So then I'm going to come over to a log or something that's not, and I'm going to start breaking leaves. Oh, I can see that through there, so I want to break those leaves. Use my axe, take that out. If I leave that log in there, these leaves are going to stay up here and not break, and then I will have to come up from the ground with logs and take that out to have the leaves go away. But that's what I'm doing. Now, before I go and take out jungle trees a lot, I've really been trying to get rid of the oaks, because the oaks are the biggest pain in the rear, and maybe I can find one. Well, they're a pain in somewhere. And see, I'm just taking this down 1 level at a time. Now, I have thought about, what if I just go down and then climb back up the vines and then take down another section? And then go back up the vines, take out another section. That'll work unless the leaves holding the vines breaks. Then I'm kind of stuck. Or another way to do it is look at the trunk of the tree and see if there's vines, and leave that section of the trunk till you're all done. And then once I'm all done, now I've got this big old section here of leaves. Those up there are breaking good. But I've got this section here. I'm going to go to logs or something. There is a trunk that is an oak. So I'm going to take out the leaves too high, and then I can just walk right in, take out 2 pieces of the trunk, and then go up until no trunk is left. Sometimes it's easy like that. Other times, let's see if we can find another. There we go. I know it's kind of dark in here, but here's another oak tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out 2 levels. Then I can jump up on there and I can take out, and I know it's dark. If I, now yes, I'm on console. If I just tap my R2 button, I can see, oh, those are brown, that's a log. Tap my R2, that's a log. Up, my axe is done, and it's getting darker. It's probably nighttime. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come collect anything over here. If I leave that tree, that's totally fine. Totally fine. It's not going anywhere. And then I'll just collect any saplings that I see on the ground. Oh, something killed a chicken. Probably a lynx. That's those creatures that spawn, the cat-like creatures that spawn in the jungle. And okay, that's good enough. Oh, there's another chicken. There's a bird. Birds spawn in jungles. Those birds like that, and you can train them with wheat seeds that you can get from breaking the grass and the ferns and stuff like that. Now, I've got jungle trees. See, I've got over 2 rows and a stack and a half of jungle trees, so I'm not too concerned about jungle trees. Oaks, I have 4 rows of full stacks of oaks. Not concerned about those despawning either. Grass. Let's see, do I have any? I got some cocoa beans. I'll put those in there. And over here, I've got apples and sticks. I can put my apples and sticks in there. Over here, I've got jungle logs. Yes, I've got a lot of jungle logs. Put all these in here, and I'm almost filling out that one. Now, I've got this chest up at the top here. I've got extra stuff. That's just extra whatever. So I'll just put this stuff in there. And then over here, oak logs, that's full. Oak logs, that's full. Oak logs, that's almost full. We'll just put those in there. And then what I'll do is I'll come over to this chest. This is where I'm keeping the stuff for taking that. I'll just put those in there. And I have shears to pick up the grass and the ferns and the bushes and stuff like that. When I get a full chest of those, then I'll start shoving that stuff. I'll just break it or start shoving that stuff. See how this is? I've got less than a row and a half. When this gets full of short grass, the excess I'll just shove in the bone meal maker that I set up last week. I haven't put anything in there, but I'm pretty sure that stuff will compost down and make bone meal. So I'll just keep doing that. I'm not concerned about shears. The shears I'm using are not my enchanted shears, so I'm not worried if they break. And it's only 2 iron. I've got an iron farm. I've got unlimited iron, so I'll just use them. And I'll probably just, even when stuff is full, I'll come back over here and I'll show you other stuff. Let's come this way. Let's see. Ferns. I've only got 2 rows. I'll still collect those. When I get a full chest, then I'll start shoving them in the bone meal maker. So even the vines, And the vines, no, I'm not going to go up jungle trees and do it, but I will. Watch this. Look at this. Uh, there's a fern out in the middle of nowhere. I'll have to come and get that. See, they grow on the side of grass blocks in the jungle, and I've got more there. So what I'll do when I'm getting this grass, I'll go and I'll hit the side of this and I'll get fern. I'll get those vines. I'm going to be looking into an automatic vine farm. I think you should be able to set that up, and I'm pretty sure with an observer and a dispenser with shears in it. So it'll be very similar to the wool farm. But instead of one open block in front, it'll be two open blocks. And the block, well, actually no, one open block in front will do it. Will do. So I'll probably put an observer here. And when the vine grows down over the observer, I'll have it send a redstone signal around to the dispenser to pop out the shears, and then what am I thinking? And then it'll harvest the vines. I'm hoping. I'm thinking. I'll have to see. I'll have to see. But anyway, let's grab some supplies. I put stuff together because I've got all those logs, so I will have, since I've got the iron farm and I've got all those logs, I should almost always be able to make, when I need chests, make those. When I need hoppers, make those. So what I did is I combined stuff. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a quarter stacks of hoppers. We'll take a stack and a quarter right now. I made 2 stacks of chests. Now what I want to do is I want to come down here, and this is nice and lit up. We're going to make a storage system for the cocoa bean farm. Now, I'm kind of wishing that I'd put down, that I'd put in frog lights. Let's see. That would be the road there. I don't know. Well, we'll figure this out. I'm gonna put in frog lights there, and I didn't put frog lights in here either. Why did I put them on top of there? I don't. Oh, maybe because the ceiling's supposed to be one down. So, I guess I could. You know what? That's what I'll do. I'll get frog lights and I'll put them where they're supposed to be, on the underside. Let's see here. Do I have? Let's check first if I've got any over on this island before I go and grab some out of the base. And no, I haven't. I've been trying to clear out these trees, and I haven't had a whole lot of time for that. So I haven't finished the base yet either. As you see, that's as tall as I'm going to make it. And then from either the top of the base or one floor down. Well, actually, it would have to be 2 floors down. You'll see when I get to the top. Probably from the top of the base, I'll make a minecart track. And that's when I will make a minecart track from the mob farm and the drowned farm between those and go into the top of the base. And I will also put in, I know it's not a requirement, but since we will get elytra at some point, I will make a runway on top of the base to land on. So, let's just put this stuff in. That goes there. That goes there. Okay, and that's all. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm not too concerned about that then. And then let's come over here. Put those in right there. And right there. No big deal. And then all I'm going to do is underneath here, I'm going to put more stone brick. But those are done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crouch. I've got my hopper selected. I want to put a hopper on that. That'll bring it down. Now, since it'll be on that row, I guess, well, I think the wise thing to do is let's get our chests put in first. Then we'll put in the hoppers. That'll be the easier part. So I'm going to grab a block, a stack of dirt just for temporary blocks. Now, since I'm imagining this ceiling is going to be one lower, pretty sure, because, well, this is already, well, no, that's at the height that the ceiling's going to be. So, actually, what I'll do is I'll bring that up. I'll bring that up. And we're going to need to make, we're going to need a, not an axe, a pickaxe. And I've already got one I've been using. So, I'll do this. And this will be pretty easy because this row is the side of the farm. If I had enough light that went up there, you'd see stone brick there. I'll put the light in there. Take that out. Come over even with the one that it's supposed to be. Frog light up in there. Now this one is in the middle. But I don't think there's any I don't think there's any redstone on top of it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that out. And then I'm going to use dirt. I'm going to look down and I'm just going to go up with dirt. I got to go to the middle of the block so that I can see up in there. So we're in here, and you see this other one that's going to be, no I can't. I wanted to see if I could stand up and walk around in there, and I'm not going to be able to. So then I'm going to come down here. Actually, I'll come down to this one, take out that block, replace it with the frog light, and then I'm going to break one down, take out that frog light, go down one more, go over to the stone brick, fill that hole back in. And then I can just break the rest of this down. Now this one here, I already looked. It's going to be on top of redstone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up with the dirt, middle of the block. And now my head's on the ceiling. I'm going to take out this block. I'm going to come up more with dirt, and then see how that's got redstone. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the side of the block. I'm looking down, break that, and see how I collected the redstone also. And then I can put frog light in place of that, put the redstone back on there, and then I've just got my hands, so then I can break those. I can break that one. I could put stone brick back in here. And then I can look down. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. We put in frog lights after the fact. And that's pretty good that only one of them was on a block with how much with the redstone we had to put in there. That's pretty good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to have the storage area, the storage section. Let's see. I want it to be symmetric. So this is on the second one here. And this is the second one in here. If I have it coming all the way across, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a lot. That's a lot. I think maybe I could have it in the middle. I could do 5. I don't know. Let's see. So if I have it come down here, if I have it do that whole 9, that's a hopper coming down. That's a hopper going into the chests. Put a chest here, crouch, put a chest there. Chest there, chest there, chest there, chest there. Now I can tell, since this is even with my face, that's a 1 block gap right there. And then if I set it up, I want to set it up like the pumpkins and melons. So 3 chests down, 5 chests wide. I think I'll do 5 chests wide. Maybe that's what I'll do. Have nice little symmetry there. And then I'm gonna at the bottom, I'm gonna have it all go into 1 chest. So I can get that. Now, which way do I want to put that? Do I want to have it go down this way to chest here? I think since on the top, the front of the farm is on this side, I'll have it come over here. And then since, well, I don't want it there. This is 11 wide. 11 minus 5 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So I'm taking away 3. So I'm going to put, it's going to start there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it'll come down to there. And that's where my chest will be. And, well, gotta crouch. Actually, no. Aesthetics, the way things look. Since it's all going to come out this way, I'm going to have the chest facing this way. 1, 2, 3. And then I can have the chest it all feeds into on that block right there. Then I can get rid of these chests, which actually the easier way to do this, let's go grab one of those axes. Chests are made out of wood, axes break wood, so if I go and grab, well, 2 axes, but the thing is, put that and that. I'll put that axe there, that axe there. And subtitles, I said axe, not the other word. Then I can come over here, select the pickaxe, and then I can come over here so I don't take away the durability of the pickaxe. I can do that. Now, since I've got these put down, I'm going to put down those. And then I can crouch, go over to my chest, and actually I'll just do the row that I've been working on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to the outside. I can put 1 down, and then all I got to do is look at that 1, and I can do that, but I'm going to stand here. Then go all the way to the end, and I can look at the 1 that I put down. Do that, and then I can look at these. And that's going to be a little tough there, but I can come over on this side. Look at that. Then I go around to the front, and we'll make sure the little handle on the front is facing toward that side, and that's good. Then, recrouch and place those down, and that's where, and then I've already got that one placed, so this is where my hoppers come in, and just look at that. I'm crouched. I'm gonna be backed up. I can put that down, that down, that down. Then come to the back here, and I don't have to be crouched. It makes it go a lot smoother, a lot more quickly. I can take up those dirt blocks. Now, I want to work my way down with this. Since I know this block here is at the end of my incoming hopper line, I can have this hopper face straight down. Then while I'm still crouched, I want to look at that band on the side, and I want to look, as I'm looking at it, I want to have my hopper selected. Make sure toward the bottom left hand corner it says L2 place. I can place 1 there, come back, same thing on that band at the top. Look at the band at the top, place. Look at the band at the top, place. Look at the band at the top, place. And then I already brought that one down, so put that one there. Now, if I come over here, since I had cocoa beans in there, They should all be gathering in this one here. So then what I'll do is I'm going to crouch, because if I try to place it, it'll just open the chest. Crouch, and you place a hopper on the back of each one actually. Oh, that's why it's opening. Even though I'm crouched, look at the bottom of my hotbar. I don't have hoppers selected because I finished up that stack, and then I can put these down. Now, okay, those are going into the hoppers. Look at that row up. Hoppers in the back of each 5 of those, since I'm still crouched. And then top row, hoppers in there. Now, all those cocoa beans that were gathering in this hopper here, I looked at that. They should all be coming down here. So all those are collecting in here. And then I'm going to put hoppers, chests, dirt blocks, pickaxe, and axes. Do that. And I'm going to, while I'm waiting for that to do, I'm going to select the partial stack of chests that I've got. And what I'm going to do is out here, out front, maybe since the door opens that way, over here, I'll just put a large chest. You don't have to put a large chest. You can put a small chest, but the large chest has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Small chest only has 3 rows. But it's okay because you're only using 1 stack of cocoa beans to replant this. What I want to do is I want to stock this here so that anytime they're matured and ready to be harvested, I want to make it so I've got a stack there. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and we'll see, are we still, nope, we're not collecting. I'm going to take, since I've got 4 full stacks, I'll take them all out. I'll bring them all up. I mean, if I wanted to, I could set up, even with this, downstairs. Actually, this is at 133, negative 27. And let's see. Let's see where 133, negative 27 is. This block here. Looking straight up. That doesn't seem right. Because that's not lined up with anything there. Let me go double check those coordinates. Oh, that's why, because I only had about half of the, or 2/3, 3/4 of the top here, so of course that is. So I could set up a dropper elevator, 133, negative 27, this block here. Let's get the dirt down here to mark this up. I could set up a dropper elevator right there going up, and I could send cocoa beans up if I set that up. That might be something at some point in the future. But what I'll do, since I'm already here, put that there. I mean, it's not that far just to bring stuff up here. And just put those in here. I'm going to keep a stack on me because these are all matured. So I can just replant these. And the way I harvest, just hit that. All those came off. Remember, that whole floor is hoppers. The hoppers collected them through the carpets because hoppers will pull through anything less than a block. And then I can stand here and I can look at the top there and re-put those back on. Put those back on. I can replant these. And this side, come over to the side here, plant those, come up here, and come down this side. And then come over to the center here, plant this, and then look over here, plant these, and then come over to this side. Now, to do this way and replant these, you can start on whatever side you want, but since you're planting on all four sides of the logs, you're simulating a tree trunk there. And when that tree trunk moves, it pops the cocoa beans off. And then I can come over here since I popped all those off. It's pretty interesting to see how many cocoa beans did I get over here. And I can come over here since I know that was empty. That's 3 stacks. So it takes 1 stack to plant. I had a 200%, actually 300% return. 200%, as I like to say, profit. And there we go. Well, so these eventually I'll fill them up. Eventually. And I'm thinking when I do my big greenhouse with automatic farms, I'm thinking I might find, well, I don't know. I don't think I can make this automatic, but I'm sure I can make it semi-automatic. And I'm going to do that. I think I might put a cocoa bean farm in there. So let's go over to the fishing hut now. Before I do that, we're going to put stuff back down in here. Let's see, whatever we can put away, we'll put away. So, frog lights, I don't need those. Stone brick, I don't need that. Axes, I can put those back. I want to keep the hoppers. I'm going to need the hoppers. I'm going to even grab more. The chests, I'm going to keep. The dirt blocks, you can always use temporary blocks. And since, actually, if I need to pick up any chests, I'll keep the axes. And the pickaxe, that's what can break the hoppers. So we're fine there. Now let's come back over here to the storage where I had. Now, before I do that though, let's go down these steps because we're going to build a nice big sorting system. Now, we'll just look at one slice there. That's a comparator. That's a repeater. That's a torch. And so one comparator, one repeater, one torch. And then you've got 1, 2, 3 pieces of redstone per slice. Now we're going to have to determine how many slices are we going to make. Well, we only made that thing 25 wide, so we shouldn't have more than 25. So we want redstone torches, comparators, and repeaters, and the structural blocks, these blocks that I made. I'm going to take 2 stacks of polished granite. Hopefully that's enough. Maybe I'll go get more. I'll grab another stack of I'll grab 2 stacks of hoppers. I'm going to grab a full stack plus 6 repeaters, full stack plus 6 comparators, and I've only got 52 redstone torches. That's fine because over here I've got redstone. So there's 64 and 25. I'll grab this other 64, and then I'll come over here, and this is one reason I'm glad I'm taking down these trees, collecting the stuff that the leaves drop, because the leaves drop sticks. Now I know sticks are so easy to come by, and I've got so many logs I can make sticks, but I'm collecting the sticks. So I can grab a stack of sticks there, pick that up, drop a stick in that, and fill it up. Come over to the crafting table. See, I can make a stack of redstone torches. Boom. So, we're good to go. I hope. Now, let's put this stuff back up. I don't want to accidentally put stuff down. You know what? I think I'm going to make more polished granite blocks. So I'm going to come over here. These are the chests where I'm putting all the stuff that I mine. And I'm going to grab... Actually, I'll grab 2 stacks. You know what? I'll grab 3 stacks of granite. Come over there. And polished granite blocks is something that I can make without a crafting table. So I can do triangle, full stack, 1, 2, 3. And then it's all red, meaning I don't have any more regular granite in my inventory. So put that up in the top there so I don't accidentally put stuff down. And then I'm going to grab a boat. But I want to take one of my nice boats with the chest. So I'm just going to take this boat over to this. Well, I've got one there. I'll take it over here. Hop out. Come over here. Crouch. Open up. Put all this stuff in here. Stand back up, get in the boat, and let's go over to the fishing hut. Now we've got to come over here. First things first. First, I need to decide how many slices do I need to make. And I know, actually, I didn't do that. Let me come back over to the base. I got a small sorter made at the base. I want to show you guys something. I need to come down from the ceiling 3 blocks. And turn the boat around. Turn the boat around, not the beat. We aren't going to be like Mark Watney. We're not going to turn the beat around. Come down here. And this is where I've got, if you remember, I've got that sorting system made of the poppies and the ink sacks. See, I made the I've got the item frames there. Now, I'm going to come up here because this is a platform I built for the dropper elevator and everything like that. Come over here. Now, from the ceiling, come down a block because at the bottom of that block is the redstone. And then come down another block. That's this glass block, this granite block. Come down another, and the comparator. Come down another block. That's where the repeater, the redstone torch, and the granite blocks are there. And then that will be the bottom. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks down is where the bottom of the redstone contraption is. So we got to remember that 4 blocks down from the ceiling. And this is it also. This is another thing also. It's going to be, now we've got a front, we've got 1 block in front. We aren't worried about that. The back is where we need to be worried about. And remember, you've got redstone on that back block there, so that's not something that can be part of the wall. So you gotta, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 blocks out is where the hoppers are. So, and that's going to be very important. So 4 blocks down, 5 blocks out. Come back up here to the top. Well, really doesn't matter that it's nighttime because it's going to be lit where we are. Haha, get it? It's going to be lit. Alright, that's fine. We can deal with that. And then we'll come out here to the fishing. I've been doing some fishing periodically. I've more been doing I did spend about an hour and a half trying to do enchanted books Thursday night and last night. I've been really trying to take down the trees. There's a few projects that I'm working on over here. But I had to do a couple of little housekeeping things over here, and I want to check out this. I moved the frog lights. Yes, I know 244 is not divisible by 5, but I wanted to have the frog lights in the middle of this path. I also, if you remember, the frog lights before were up against the building here. I may shorten this up, but in that case, if I shorten this up, I'd have to shorten downstairs too, because see, it came out here. Actually, well, no, I would shorten this up also. Actually, I might just make the dock 1 longer, but if I shorten the building, the front edge of the building, if I bring that back 1 block, then I would bring back this 1 block, so I could bring back those, have them in the middle. I mean, it would be a decent size task. But I did fix this. If you remember right, these frog lights were on this outer block. I didn't move them. See how they're still on, well, they're 250, 260, so on a 10, but both of them are a multiple of 5. I actually brought this out 1 space. I don't remember. But anyway, I was doing some fishing. And now, I know when I put this stuff down, it's going to take a long time to get that 41, I think it is, that it needs to be that need to be in the hopper before they start going to the chest, but that's fine. That's fine. there's going to be nights where all I do is fish. So, but I did, now if you remember right, in, I don't know if I showed it, but in last week's stream, this entire bottom area, this was all full of water. I got it all out. So, I put my blocks in my boat, my chest in my boat. That, well, use my axe to get that down. And then I got 2 chests there. I'll come out here, I'll get those supplies out of the boat. Crouch, open, inventory. You know what? Come down here. And then I am going to open this back up. I'm going to put this on that hotbar. And then this first chest. Now I'm just gonna open up my inventory. I'm gonna send that up there. And then put chests up there, dirt. I'm gonna save those. Pickaxe. Well, I got hoppers there, so move everything down. Axes. I'll move that down 1. Put that up there, and then granite blocks. Open this up. Polished granite blocks, sorry. And then I'll just put all those back down and then move them up. And there's all of my supplies. Now I can pop back up. Let's close the gate just to be nice. We'll close the door to be nice. Come down here. So what I did is I cleared out all the water, plus I put the frog lights in the bottom here. Now, we have a nice tall room here, so that's good. Now, just remember, well, actually that was something that we needed. Remember, 4 down, 5 out from the back wall. Which will be pretty nice, because if it's 5 out, I actually might make it 6 so that I can make a nice a little walkway on the back. I don't know. I'll think about it. But I was doing some fishing just to find out all the different items. I think there's even a couple that I didn't get. But see, the cod, I do have more than a full stack there. This looks like 10 items, so I'm going to need to make 10 slices. This stuff down here does not stack. Yes, I got a Mending Unbreaking 3 fishing rod. I also got Mending Unbreaking 3 and Lure 3, but it's got Curse of Vanishing. The reason I'm saving these is I'm going to, well, this Lure 2 I'm not going to. But I'm gonna make some backup fishing rods, and I will keep a chest. I'll keep a chest, probably a barrel, up in the corner or something, full of enchanted fishing rods, backup fishing rods, just in case. Just in case. But a row is 9 blocks, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need to make this 10 long plus 1 at the end for the stuff that doesn't stack. And we'll handle that when we're done. So I need to have, let's come down here. Since the sorter is going to be along that wall there, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to make a mirror of it. So get my dirt blocks out and right on this. So I've got one set of chests to store the non-stackables. I'm gonna skip and I'm gonna mirror this. It's gonna start at that end, come down and sort. So I'm gonna skip one and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that comes just even with this. I've got all this empty space. I could start them there, which means if I start them in the middle here, that's even with the door. I need to bring it down one more. I could put chests right there, right inside the door, and then there can be hoppers coming down from the chest that go down into the system. I think that works out pretty well. I didn't plan that. I just saw it. When I saw it, I was like, that's pretty cool. So then I can have the sorting system would be on this, over in this side. But I don't, the one thing, so if the sorting system came down right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's where the hoppers are. The hoppers are on that side. So then the hoppers come out and they go. I put I put a chest right there because that would be a hopper. Chest 1, 2, and then chest 1, 2, and then chest 1, 2. Now, for the first one, I'd be kind of trapped, and that's where, I guess that's where the cod are. Well, I'm trying to think. Do I? You know what? No, I'm just gonna have the cod stack, and I'll take the cod to a good cooker over at the base to cook up into cooked cod. So it's actually gonna start right there. So what I'm gonna do since it's going to come out to that row there, I'll get my chests and we'll go 1, 2, and this is going to be 1, 2, 3 large chests. 1, whoop, I need to crouch, and then on the top put 2, and then I can look at that one and 3. Then come out 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Crouch. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to take that out, and that out, since they're going to stop me from going. I'll just come and put them on top. This is kind of a little bit backwards from the way I put the cocoa beans together. I know that, but we've got to build a sorting system in there too. And then I'll come back down here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'll come back up here. 1 there. And then I can crouch, look at the front of that, and I can place chest. And then I want to put 1 on the back of these, and that'll be the end of the chest for this. Now, what I want to do, since we're done with the chests, I'm going to put hoppers in the back of, going into the back of each of these chests. Now, if I try to place it when I'm standing, it'll open up the chest, remember? So you got to crouch, hopper, hopper, hopper. Hopper on the back of here. And then hopper on the back of here. And then hopper on the back of here. Oh. Now, okay, on the top of each of these hoppers, you want to put 1 going into the top. And then that one's the one that all the sorting stuff is going to go. And I just remembered I forgot to get filler. That's no big deal, though. Now, what you want to do, this is what I want to do. I'm done with the hoppers for now. We'll bring them back out in a little bit. This is where the polished granite comes in, the structural block that you chose. You don't have to do polished granite. I like to do it because it's red. It's not a naturally spawning red block. And it tells me, hey, be careful what you mine. This is important. Now, if I try to place it just like on the back of a chest, if I try to place it on the back of a hopper, it opens up the hopper. So I crouch and I can put 1 there. And I just want to put these polished granite on the back of those. I don't need to put it on the back of this. I can if I want, but I don't need to. Then you want to fill that in all the way to the glass. So one way that you can do that is come up here to the top. I'm going to crouch so I don't fall over the edge. I can do a number of things. I can look at the side of those to get myself started. I can do that. I can look at the back of this. Place that. The back of that. The back of that. One other thing to do. When I look down, I can't place blocks that far away. But in Bedrock, if you're looking ahead of you, you can place blocks ahead of you. So I can do that. I can also look at the glass and do that. You can place them there. I could look at the back of this block while I'm crouched. I can place it there, and then back up, place it there. That's how I do long. That's how I do long stretches of blocks. So when I make the minecart track, that's how I'm going to do the backwards crouch and lay down blocks. That's going to be like 5 wide though, so it's going to take a while. Then okay. this block, you're going to put one on top of there, and then in the back, put one on top there. Then we're done with these for now. We'll pull them out in a little bit because we do have one more. You know what? I forgot to get glass blocks too. So now that I've got this made, we're good. Actually, okay. Yep. I'm going to pick those up. Now I'm going to get my dirt blocks. I'm going to make something kind of cool here. I'm going to look at, that's even with the top here. I'm going to look one lower, put two out. Pop down on that, one lower, two out. Then I can look, I can see the front half of those blocks, and I can place a block there and a block there. Now I've made myself a staircase to get up. Just like that. Now what I'm going to do, since I've got that all set up, I can pick up these dirt blocks also. Temporary dirt blocks. Dirt blocks mine up pretty quickly. If you have a shovel, you can mine them up a lot more quickly. Be careful on that last one because this is glass, and we all know, even in real life, glass breaks pretty easy. Now remember, I had a full stack, 64. I've got 54 now. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who said, who do we appreciate? I don't know where my other two are. Did they drop down into here? Yeah, there's one. Did it drop down into here? No. Did one, I wonder if one dropped in the, I don't know. Well, we're going to go back to the base. I need to get glass blocks. I need to get just one stack because all I'm going to need is one for each of these slices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all I need is 10. So I'll just grab a stack just to be on the safe side. Let me look up here. Did I have one that I didn't pick up? No. That's weird. Did I have one fall under here? No. Did I leave one in the main base? We'll check when I get in the over on the land. That's fine. What else did I? Oh, I need item frames. I need 10 item frames, and you'll see why. I guess stairs wouldn't be a bad idea. Well, I could put the item frames on here first. I can do that. Later on, I'll add. You know what? No, since we got time, because it's only 3:20, I've got another over half an hour to finish this. So we'll do this. Before I go, we'll just do this so that we know where our chest is. Where do I want my hopper? I think to save on hoppers, I'll take out this block right here, right next to the door. I will take my pickaxe, and then what I'll do is I will put dirt in there so I know where it is, and then I'm going to put chest and chest. I'll put you can do one if you want. I'll put two just in case I do a very long. There's a fish there. Just in case I do a long one. Oh, filler blocks. Now, I'm going to need to do 4 for each one of these. This one, no. But I need to do 4 for each one of these. And That's going to be, so this is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 times 10 is 40, so I need 40 filler blocks. We'll see what we got for gravel. Will I need to go and get more gravel? Why am I... Oh... We gotta fill those in at some point. So, back to the base, I need 10 item frames, 40 filler blocks, and 10 glass. Now, the only thing I don't have 10 of, I think, is the item frames, but... we can easily get 10 of those. I think I'll just make 10. I need, for item frames, what do I need? 80 sticks and 10 leather, I think. We'll worry about that in a minute. But that's going to be over on the mainland part. So I will go over and park on the front dock. Do that. I need 10 glass from here. So I'll go down to this level. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 glass. I'll put all this up here. And then I'll put this stuff up here, and I'm running out of space here. Come back up. So I got the glass. I need item frames, and I need filler. Get in the boat. Go back to the mainland. Because item frames, I've got plenty of sticks and plenty of leather over here. I think I said I need 80. I'm going to grab 2 stacks of sticks. Two stacks of sticks. Drop one, drop one. Drop the rest of the stack. Then come over here. The sticks will... over on this side, isolate the item frames. There we are, item frame. Yep, 8 sticks, 1 leather. Now what I'm going to do eventually is something like that. So, leather. I need 10 leather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the inventory. And then I need 10 stone brick stairs. Actually, let's come over here. We'll make our 10 item frames. Boom. I can drop off this, that way I can drop off the sticks before I go back to the boat, because I don't need those excess sticks. Now let's see. Oh, bottom one here. I've got 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, I need 3 more. I just thought about it. I think I'm going to need 3 more item frames. So I'm going to need 3 more leather. 1, 2, 3. Pop those down. Over to the crafting table. 3 more item frames. Go back up to the surface. And then I can put these sticks back. Yes, it's raining. It's a dreary day. I can just put those back. I can pop these up here so I don't ruin those. Yeah, I'm gonna move you guys at some point. Got 2 pandas just so I can see them. And then I had lightning coming in, so I put up I had lightning coming in and striking the sheep back in the day. So that's why those are put up. One of these days, I'm going to show the deoxidization, how to bring those back to the orangish copper color. Filler. That's what I forgot. Who was screaming at their computer screen? I am so sorry. How much filler did I need? 10 slices. 4 filler per slice. 4 times 10 is... Who's good at math? AJ's raising his hand. 40. I need 40, so I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 40 filler. Pop that in there. Now we can go back over there. We can finish this up. And we're probably I think it'll probably only take us about 10-15 minutes, even with me explaining step by step to you guys. But then there's something else that I want to put in there too. And then I'll do, I don't know, 5-10 minutes of fishing just to demonstrate how it's going to work. I guess at some point too, I should bring a grindstone and an anvil over here for disenchanting and enchanting fishing rods. I guess I'm pretty sure I can do that at a later date. But just to show you guys, before I get too close, I want to be close enough to where you can see it. Purple, green, yellow. Purple, green, yellow. And that's going all the way up. Same colors as what's in the frog lights in the floors on the corresponding levels of the base. It'll be that way all the way up. As Coffee would say, all the way up. So then, come over here, close the gate. Don't want bad guys getting in. Open the door, close the door. Come down here. Now, to finish this off, first of all, now we're going to come back up here. On these back polished granite blocks, back structural blocks, put a torch on the side of the block. All the way across. Go back, put the torches back up top, get repeaters out on the other base block there, put repeater on there. It will light up because that redstone torch is going to give it charge, so it's going to light up. I don't remember. I'm going to have to go back to the base You know what? I'll do that now um, before I get too far into this, because I think these each need one click. I should have checked that when I was back at the base. Either the iron farm sorter, or I've got sorters downstairs of the mainland over there. See, it stopped raining, and it cleared right up. That is beautiful looking sky, isn't it? Oh boy. Well, this is taken into the time that I was going to have left. We may end up going a little bit longer on this stream too, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Come over here. I think downstairs would probably be best. Just to see, and to do, and all this just to see if I need a click. If I need one click on that repeater. Those do not have one click. Because that's 3 ticks back to the back. One, oh, stand up. 1, 2, 3, and then it goes back up to the front. So, no ticks. But, just so we know, front is the polished granite, back is the glass. That's why we put those down first, because that's so long, and we wouldn't be able to reach in to put the torches and the repeaters. If you try to reach in from the side and do the repeaters, they'd end up being sideways. So, get back in here, go back over to the fishing hut. No ticks. So we went back there to find out we don't do anything. Well, you know what? Something else I was looking at is how far up do we go? Do we do one above and then the line, or can we just do the line? I think we go one in front of the comparator. We'll check that, because it's been a while since I built a sorting machine like this. I know I've built, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, one going, okay. One going into the comparator up top, but I need to put down the comparators first. And then, you know what, while I'm here, it's the one going back into the comparator that I put the, the filler. That's the one that sorts out that one item. Okay. We can finish this. Now that I've got this, it won't take long at all. And the sun's setting again. So what's this? 3 days, I think, that we've been doing this. But this world is over the 2,000 day mark, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Ooh, come back over here. So, what was I going to do next week? Because I think next week, oh, I was thinking about that. Close that. Oh. Yeah, I was putting down repeaters. So we can put this back up here. We're going to come up here. On these, actually, we're going to put, on each of these coming up, I'm going to put a hopper. I brought those one lower than they should have been, but to add one more hopper or one more chest onto this would bring the chests out to there and I wouldn't have any walking room. So this works. More hoppers. Hopper there. Hopper there. Now, I'm going to stand that's going to be I had to check something out. I need to put a dirt block on the front here so that I can stand. Up here. Now, this hopper, dirt blocks we're done with. Grab your comparators. You're going to have to look from this side and put your comparator on top of that block because you need those two prongs facing this direction on top of each one of these blocks. And then I'm out. So I'm going to grab my full stack over here and finish that up. Now, you can put those back up top. Grab your hoppers again. Because the hoppers, you need to look at this little, if you remember right, this is the trickiest part I think of the whole farm. You need to be crouched and need to look at the little strip on the front of the comparator and place it so that nozzle is facing the comparator on the front of each of these comparators. Just like that. Now I'm going to leave those dirt blocks here for the time being because we need to go up to the top. Now I'm going to at this point we need to finish this up because in the next step we're not going to be able to get over here. It'll be more difficult to get over here. So what I'm going to do is with my hoppers, I'm going to crouch. I'm looking into, you could come up with those one more if you wanted to, but I'm just going to leave 2 or 3 for right now. And I'm going to come up 1, 2, and 3. I need to be up right above these. And then I'm going to look at that little strip at the top, just like I did before, to make the hopper line, and I want to come all the way back. Now I gotta look on that. I gotta look there And that's where our chest is. So I'm going to take out the dirt block. I'm going to be crouched. I'm going to look up at the chest, and that hopper nozzle should be pointed straight down. And then I'm going to look at the side of this and put a hopper there. And that's going to connect the chest to this entire system. Now, we're done with the hoppers. So I'm going to put the hoppers back up there. Now, get your structural blocks, crouch, and I want you to place the structural block right on the back. You're going to look at that little ledge there. If you're not crouched, it's going to activate that, which is subtract mode. I'll go more into some sort of tutorial about that at some point. I really want to do a tutorial video about redstone one of these days. I don't know, maybe I'll do that when I start my next world, if I start a next world. But on each of these, now what you could do is place one and then come to the side here, and then you can place those. But once you get to the end, you're going to have to either jump up to the side here and put one on the end there, or put it on the end there. Now you're done with those structural blocks. Now grab your glass and put glass on the back, one glass on the back of each one of those structural blocks. Okay, now grab redstone dust. This is very, very important. This connects the whole thing. Put one redstone dust on each of those top front the very top row of structural blocks. Put one on top of there. Put one on the top of every glass. And then go. This will probably be the easier one. The easier way, come down to this side. Put one on the back, the very back block. Oh, I'm going to need to grab another, or grab my full stack. I'm going to need to get more there. Now, the sorting system is done for the most part. Now what I'm going to do, the item frames. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my dirt blocks, my temporary blocks, and go too high. Come up to the second chest. Actually, make a row across the front too high. It's probably safest. You could go up too high and then make a row of dirt across the second one. But while you're at it, since you're going to need to get up here again, put a block right there. The second row on the floor. Now, grab you're done with your temporary blocks for right now. Grab your stairs. I don't know. I crouch just because it gives you. You're going to need to look at the top portion of that top dirt block. Put in your stair, because the stair is going to go in upside down one like that. You want the flat part of the stair on the top, and the back part of the stair in the front. And you want to do that all the way across. And then you can take out those temporary blocks. Now, if I was smart, I would have moved over my ladder. I would have moved over my ladder down to this floor. Now, you can take your item frames and put one item frame on the front part of each step. You're going to have 3 left over. Worry about those in a second. Then, whatever's going to go in each section, have that item selected. Now the first one for mine is cod. That's what you're going to get the most of in here. And what? Why is that not going in the item frame? Can you not put cod in item frames? That's so weird. That's so weird. But now, to kind of help yourself out with the next step. Oh, that's why I was crouched. There's cod. Just like that. I'm going to go in there. Now, not crouched. Yeah, we can all laugh about that now. Not crouched. Get your filler blocks. Whoop. Fill in the last 4 with filler blocks of each of these. I'll move my dirt down. And I'll move my pickaxe down and move those structural blocks over. Now, well, come over, fill up the last 4. Easy way to do this. Go over to your filler, select it. On PS5, it's X. I'm going to go up. Now, if you hold down the square, that places 1. Go over 3, and then let go of the square, and then you can go down. Select, go up, hold down square, go down, press X. Go to filler, go up, select, pick up the whole stack, go up, hold down square, go over, pop it down, just like that. That one's done? Good. I only got 2 left. 1 left. And that's it. And there it is. Now, let's go get what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put all this building stuff, since we're all done for now with building. I'm going to put all this in here. We're going to set up 3 more things in the bottom here. But what I want to do is I want to finish this up. So, select all this stuff. I'm going to put that in, put that in. I'm not going to worry about that other stuff right now. Now I'll come over here. Stone brick. Now, cod, I'm just gonna put 1 in, and I've got these lined up This is the order that I want to go in because this is um, the frequency of getting these items. I'm guessing is more common here. More this the percentage chance of getting each of these items. I think this is decreasing, but salmon, put one in. Go over. Pufferfish, put one in. Now I could put the whole stack in if I wanted to, but I'm just putting one in right now. Tropical fish, put one in. Go over. Lily pads, put one in. Go up. Go over. Name tags, put one in. Go over. Tripwire hooks, put one in. Go over. Bones. Yes, I know we're already storing bones upstairs, but you can get bones from fishing too. I will eventually, that base, the reason I'm making it so big, I will eventually set up a sorting system in the base. It'll be like 5 or 6 floors, something like that, for every item in the game. Leather. I know we're already storing it at the base, but we can get it fishing. Drop one in. Come over here. The last one here is for bowls. I only have one bowl, so I'm going to just put it up there, up in there. Now, I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to put each item right here. And I don't have a bowl to put in there, but eventually I will. Now, when I put all this in, the only one, since you got to get up to 41 up there, and the only one I've got more than 41 of is cod. So the only one that'll have items in the bottom is cod, and I'm going to put the those fishing poles and all that down there. So then what I'll do is I'll put these in, put these in, put these in, and I'm going to come out here. Since those are going, I can just break these with my fist. It's going to take a while. And then I can put these in here too. There we go. And then I can put the chests. Actually, I've got chests over here. Can do that. But what I want to do, I'm going to grab chests and hoppers and item frames. Then I'm going to come over here. Let's see. Yeah, I can do this. I can do over here. Since I want to be able to look out at the fish and everything, actually, 2. And I'm going to crouch and do another 2 chests up here. Come over here. Put 2 chests. Come over here. Put 2 chests. Crouch. Put a large chest on top of that. Come over to this one. Large chest on top of that. Now I'm going to crouch. I'm going to put item frame on there. Go over to this one. Item frame. Come over to this one. Item frame. Now, I should have, I'm going to leave those stairs there just in case I need to get up and walk around or something like that. I'm going to leave those dirt blocks up there for now. I'm going to leave these for now. So we've got They're all caught in there. We should have a bow and some um, fishing poles and some enchanted books over here. And then, oh, I had one name tag get through. So I'll take my name tag. I'll come over here. I can open. I can put it back in there and let it go. And see, it didn't come back. So it was just a hiccup that it got caught. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to label each one of these. Now, a fishing, you can label these whatever you want. I'm going to put bows here. And this bow is power 4. Since power goes up to 5, I have no problem putting that in there. And see, it's got the little shimmer, so it's enchanted. You can see that. Now, lure 2 with Curse of Vanishing, lure goes up to 3. So I'll put that there. And then I can open this up and I can put fishing rods in here. Now, I can put any enchanted books in there I want. Looting 3, Blast Protection 4, Bane of Arthropods 4. Well, Blast Protection does go to 4, Bane of Arthropods goes to 5. I'm going to put that enchanted book there, and then I'll put these right there. Now I guess I'll come over to this side. I'll take this one off. On all 3 of these, just doing some thinking. And then what I'll do is I'll go over to my hoppers, crouch on that side, put a hopper in. That side, put a hopper in. And leave that free. That side, put the hopper in. Come around to the front. Go to my chest. And put a double chest on the side of that. Double chest on the side of that. And double chest on the side of that. And then we're done. We're done. I'm going to wait and see how things go before I take those blocks off, these blocks off. Leaves this section over here, leaves this section over here. I think I've got, well, maybe I've got enough room down here to put my fish cooker, but I think I'll put my fish cooker at the base. But I will leave these temporary blocks here for now. I can put these here, and then remember I put the fishing rod there? AJ's fishing rod. So what I can do is I can hit, I think it's R2, pops it up. If it place is L2, if I put it there, if I do L2, it rotates it. I don't want to rotate it. I like it there. But we'll grab our fishing rod, come out here, close the door because it's raining out here. And then the way I was doing this, I've had a couple of nights this week. I was just doing a bunch of fishing. Now, if I look, I have my crosshair up at about, I don't know, a 30-degree angle or so. And then I press F2, I cast out. And if you look next to my armor there, you can kind of see the bobber. We'll look at it better when it's light out. But what I want to do is I want to cast out, and then when the bubbles get to my bobber, then I want to hit L2, and it brings back in. And yeah, I've gotten cod and salmon, and one of these times. Now, real quick, I'll get this one. This is a max fishing rod. Mending, Unbreaking 3, Lure 3, Luck of the Sea 3. So, and yes, I will have a bunch of these. Oh, I got a bow. We'll look at it in a little bit. And then I just fish. Oh, I missed it. There's a puffer fish. Salmon. Salmon. Yeah, well, we're done. So, fishing, we get XP, we get these items, and then when I'm all done, I just come back inside here, close the door, open this chest, get everything I got from fishing. I don't want to put my fishing pole in there. Put my fishing rod back up there. Then I can come down here. And everything should be sorted in here. Come over here. I've got a bow. That bow has Unbreaking 3. That's a good bow. So I'm going to collect that bow up. And I'm going to put this right over here. Now what I might do, I was just thinking about it, I could take 3 or 4 and move them over to this side. And then I just have to figure something out with what to do over here. Probably maybe just have a gap. That would be the easiest thing. Or I could just block that up and move this entire pillar over to the side, and it wouldn't be hurting anything. And then I could put it anywhere I wanted to. I could even put it over in this corner. I don't know, I'll think about it. I was just thinking, why not just put it right here? And I just switch this block here to back here or something. And then we still get the light from it. But, yeah, we'll figure something. But anyway, we've gotten 2 storage things done. We've gotten our fishing, sorting and storage space. And we got storage for the cocoa beans. Got that set up. And then here, actually, I had that bow. I could take the bow and I can put it in here. And then it goes down to this chest. That's why I moved them over. I saw I had the hoppers. I was thinking, why not utilize them? But anyway, so nice little storage section down here. I like that. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here because I'm gonna go chop down some more trees. I want to get that area cleaned out. I want to. What was I gonna do next week? I don't know. I was thinking about what was I thinking about? Labor Day weekend, I was thinking about possibly doing 2 or even 3 streams, and making a Creeper farm. The creeper farm that I saw has a lot of blocks. I mean, a lot of blocks. And I'm talking like 2 or 3 large chests full of blocks for the building supplies. I would I would have to build. I think I'd have to build it out over the water like this. I haven't decided. I was actually thinking maybe I could build it in one of these sections. One of these ways. Um, same type of thing. Just making a line, and I could make it down from there. So, um, but and then the month of September is when I would build the that greenhouse thing. But I need to get that island flattened out first because I need a pretty big chunk of space flattened out, and then I need to clear out underneath it because the last thing I'm gonna do is a storage system and sorting and storage just like this, but probably since almost everything's going to be automatic, 4 large chests for stuff. Because if I have excess items, it would overflow and jam up and everything like that, and I don't want that to happen. So I'd have to figure out something. Something there's fish. These fish keep this game needs to work on the spawning because these fish keep spawning in this area, which used to be water. The game probably still thinks that this is water, and it's not. But I'm gonna take these since these are looting 3, and I'm gonna see if I got room in the base for them. But anyway, we're done. Next week, um, not 100% sure. And I've got a very busy week ahead of me. So I guess we'll find out next Saturday what I'm going to build. Um, like I said, I'm hoping to have all those trees taken care of on that main island, and I'm doing some flattening down. If I have flattening down, then I can mark off the area for the greenhouse with all the automatic farms. So, but we'll figure that out. But right now, I'm gonna get out of here. So, I'm gonna bid you farewell, and I'm gonna see you guys next week. Bye.